साहिल भाई पानी पानी।
फॉलो करना है जब तक इंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं आती।
हाँ हाँ
चलो
1 मिनट।
ये होगी रखने चाहिए। घुसाओ लगा के रखो चार्जिंग के लिए।
Alright, and welcome back to all our viewers around the world. Apologies for the technical glitches that were going around. We're back here and live on this warm, sunny afternoon. As you remember, Houston Mavericks won the toss and chose to bat. And they're out there currently 22 for the loss of 1 after 3 overs. Angad Oberoi and Shiv Kambalapalli out in the middle. That's looking good. Some gorgeous technique as well. But it's been the story of Rehan Saqib so far. 2 overs, 1 for 9. And Izan Abbas, very top left-hand seamer. Done a good job of keeping the batsman quiet. Apart from a few extras that have gone wayward, the Melbourne Lions bowlers have done a good job. And then once again, Shiv coming down the track. And he ambles through for a single. Done well so far, Shiv. Middled almost every delivery. Unfortunate to have them go straight to the fielder. It's a matter of time now.
It's a decent start for both teams. Lost a wicket, but looking good here down the leg side. Those pads. And it's a wide, a bonus run coming in here. Legend is very important when you come from overseas. It takes a bit of a while to get used to the conditions here, and it's a great learning curve for these youngsters. I'm sure they will look to apply themselves, and first day of the tournament.
4 overs, 28 for 1, Houston Mavericks. Had a good start so far. There is finally a change in the bowling attack as Abdul Muqsid comes in. So there's a chance that's gone in the air, and that's a catch taken. Beautiful stuff. Shiv Kambalapalli has to walk back early as well. This Melbourne Lions strike twice within the first 5 overs here. Balanced power play. Now it's all Shiv just playing too early. Getting onto the top half of the back. He's held on to a very good catch there. The extra cover fielder is on. It's been a brilliant start so far. At the end of 4.1 overs, they lose a second wicket for a score of 28.
जी अंकल ठीक हो गया इंशाल्लाह। मैं 3 और आफ्टर मिनट्स बाकी की डिटेल वगैरह सेंड कर छोड़ो मैं दे शुरू करा
2 wickets down in the power play. Houston Mavericks. It was a balanced power play so far until that second wicket fell. Got a big wicket, the wicket of Chef Company. A very good start so far. Melbourne Lions will be very happy with this. Abdul Muxi gets a wicket off his very first delivery. That second wicket brings out Teja to the crease. Another stylish right-handed batsman. Once again, second delivery. Ooh, slightly staying low. It's gone even under the keeper on this occasion. Will that run away all the way? Yes, it has gone all the way to the boundary. Slightly sloppy there from the keeper. Just slides underneath him though. Really flat wicket. Tough outfield as well. Yeah, couldn't do much about that. Just bounced right in front of him. Unlucky there for him. But the Houston Mavericks will be happy with that. They get 4 free runs.
Great start from Abdul. Starting off his spell with a wicket. First ball, that's a dream start on these conditions. The more you go at the stumps, give yourself the best chance. Because the ball might just keep a little low. It's a very good batting wicket. There might be a little spin, especially as the game progresses. Nicely punched by Teja on the offside. I think a score of around 160. What feels like it's par on this track. 150, 160 give you a competitive chance when you come out to defend. Right on the money. Superb delivery and nicely played, offering the full face of the bat.
Yeah, good tactical decision as well from the Melbourne Lions. The keeper coming up to the stumps there to avoid any more mishaps. James Damiano. Once again, driven really well there by Teja. There is protection out in the deep. Good protection in the deep cover region. So they'll just get another single.
May not be a bad toss to lose, Arjun. I feel Melbourne Lions, they would feel like it's an opportunity for them to get used to the conditions even more. Have a look at the outfield, have a look at the track, what kind of pace. It gives you that extra bit of time and opportunity, especially when they come out to chase.
Yeah, I agree with you. Not bad toss to lose, especially with the way they're bowling so far. Another top delivery from Abdul. Really on the money from ball one. Very, very good stuff for him. Very good start for him as well. That brings us to the end of his first over. And at the end of 5, Houston Mavericks at 33 for a loss of 2. Right, and another change in the bowling attack. Cale Paulson comes into the attack. Right arm seamer. Once again, high action. Oh, just slightly ambling in towards the batsman. Play with the full phase of the bat there by Teja. Another dot ball. Not a very tough track to bat on, as you do tend to get these type of pitches in the UAE, slightly flatter on the side. It's another one once again by Teja, played with the full phase of the bat down to the mid-on fielder. Good 2 deliveries so far from Cale.
Good start, bowling in the right areas, just about attacking those stumps. Cale 33 for 2. They need to build this partnership. Teja and Angad. Nice drive. Little uppish. Straight to mid-off. It's another dot ball here. Firmly push. Last over of the power play, obviously. He might just look to break free here and try and pick up a boundary, but at the same time, he's got to be a little careful. Can't afford another wicket here. Nicely played. Dot ball. This is good stuff from Kale. Building the pressure, keeping things tight.
Yeah, there finally the run rate gone down below a runner ball. So Teja slightly feeling the pressure. He's on 1 of 8 deliveries. Will he look to break free? No, he doesn't. Again, well played. The full phase of the bat. Unfortunate to not be getting any runs. There it is. 5 dots from Kale Polson so far. Something's got to give. Will Teja try to take this last ball of the power play on? Oh, they're driven once again down the ground with the extra cover fielder. Makes good ground. Gets a hand to it. But the mid-off fielder does an even better job keeping it down to another dot. And that's a brilliant start from Kale Polson. Last over of the power play. He's bowled a maiden over. And that continues. Houston Mavericks at the end of 6 at 33 for the loss of 2.
.33 for 2 after 6 overs. Power play concluded. I would say it's even Stevens, but Melbourne Lions, they'll feel like they've done well on the opening day of the tournament. Asked to bowl first. They stuck to those plans and bowl a nagging length on this surface. Abdul to continue. Way wide offside off stump. It's going to race down to third man. It's going to be 5 wides.
Yeah, once again here, the outfields at the JMR Sporting Club, unforgiving. The moment it passes at 30 yards, there's no fielders that can chase it down. Abdul bowled a very tidy first over. This one just straying down, way too wide. Very tough take for the keeper as well. Disappointing start for him. 5 wides to begin the over. Sangadobra once again, they're right in the block hole. Angad unable to get anything away. That's what Abdul does. He's had very consistent lines and length so far. But there's another dot ball.
Nice punch off the back foot. It doesn't get past that fielder. It's a slow wicket. I think that's where the length becomes so important for you as a bowler to get it up there, not allow the batters to really punch it off the back foot. Abdul can afford to be a yard fuller on this surface. Make him drive on this slow wicket. Once again, short in. Played away on the offside to the sweeper for a single.
Yeah, I think unfortunately for the Houston Mavericks, they've been accumulating a lot of dots. That's been the only trouble so far. Still a slightly flattish track. Maybe the ball staying an inch or 2 lower than usual. They're once again driven straight to that mid-off fielder. Good ground up though. Keeping things really, really tight here. Apart from those 5 wides, he's been bowling brilliantly. I think consistency is that word you should use when we talk about his bowling so far. Once again, pitched up, can only defend it back towards the bowler. The extra cover fielder makes good ground as well. He's been brilliant so far for him. Really top stuff. He's kept that consistent line, consistent length, not giving the batsman any room, not straying too straight as well. Kept it there on that 4th, 5th stump line. Once again, this is driven powerfully though. Oh, big fumble by the mid-off fielder. That goes all the way down for a boundary. As Teja gets his first boundary. Will he finally get running now? He's gotten to score 5, 13 deliveries. But at the end of 7, it's Houston Mavericks 43 for the loss of 2.
43 for 2 after 7 overs. Short and just kept a little low. I mean, we have seen if you bowl it into the surface, it's also gripping and just hanging in the surface and keeping a little low. That's where you got to look to play straight as possible. Playing square of the wicket could be dicey on this track, especially if you're looking to play that cut shot. Inside edges are in play. Oh, good delivery. Right on the money. He's a tall man, Clay. Very economical. Point overs. He hasn't conceded a run margin.
It's been top stuff from the Melbourne Lions, I feel, so far. Apart from a few extras, they've been bang on. Absolutely spot on with everything. And Cape Olsen, very high action. He's got to bowl it as high as possible. Jumping in now once again. This is brilliant. He's not giving away any freebies whatsoever. This is brilliant stuff here. Batsman struggling to get him away. So far he's bowled 9 deliveries without a single run given. And these two batsmen out there should be trying to rotate the strike a little easier, but it's not easy out there. Oh, short mid-wicket fielder, shy at the stumps. Oh, he's at it. Close call there. Good batting up there by the fielder as well. The first runs of Cape Olsen so far.
It's been very good stuff here from Melbourne Lions. Keeping things tight, building pressure. I have a feeling something has got to give here. Nicely played to the sweeper on the offside. At this stage of the game, I think both these batters, they must not panic. It's still early days in this tournament. You never quite know. Maybe 150, 140 could be a good score on this surface. It's quite dry. There's going to be assistance for the spinners as well later on. Nicely played. That's intelligent batting to round off that over. 8 overs gone. 46 for 2.
तो जब वहाँ से बॉलिंग होगी तो फिर कुछ नहीं करूँगे। चलो ठीक है।
We're into the 9th over here. Second game of World Junior League. What a stage for these youngsters from all around the world to come and execute their skills. It's been a great initiative by the living legend himself. World Cup winner Adil Rashid is behind all this, and many congratulations to all the people who are behind this wonderful cause to promote the game at a junior level. All the sponsors, highly appreciated. They've done a magnificent job to get these kids playing here in the subcontinent, here in the Gulf. We are here at the Sharjah JMR Sporting Club. Such a beautiful venue, nice breeze blowing, perfect conditions for cricket. Couldn't ask for a better stage to execute their skills in different conditions.
Yeah, Asghar, really well said that. It's been a beautiful platform for them to showcase all their skills, and what better person to raise awareness and empower these skills than Adil Rashid, a former World Cup winner as well. So it's a brilliant tournament, brilliant platform for all of them. Come back to the game, Abdul. Once again, it's so tough to be so consistent at such a young age, but he's kept it on the money from ball 1 so far, giving away just 12 runs, and he's into his 3rd over. Oh, once again, they're really top delivery. Oh, they come around. Again, does good work, really well recovered there by the bowler himself. Keep it down, no runs taken off that. Teja Nangat slightly struggling out there. The conditions not allowing them to just play through the line. Ball is staying a touch or too low. They've been playing with immaculate technique so far. It'll just be about time once the runs keep coming. They once again played down the ground. They're running through for that quick single. Mid-off comes around and keeps it to just one. Yeah, but that brings us to the end of Abdul's third over. He's given away just 14 runs. And at the end of 9, it's Houston Mavericks 50 for the loss of 2. Once again, Kale Paulson continues his spell. There's been a brilliant spell between these two bowlers, Kale and Abdul. Kept things really tight here. He's just bowled 2 overs and given away just 3 runs as Kale comes in for his third over. Once again, they're on the money. Teja can only place it towards that mid-on fielder. Another dot to his name.
50 up for Houston Mavericks, 50 for 2. It's a nice rebuild here from these two. They've taken a bit of time, but they're looking assured. That's a very good shot again. Too good a shot to be just picking up a single, but the field is nicely placed as well from Melbourne Lions. So overall, good cricket on display. And that's what you come to expect at the junior level as well. Getting those basics right. It's about that learning curve. And from here on, the development part of these youngsters begins. And that's where they become great players who in the future times.
Yes, once again, that's driven really well there by Teja, sorry. Gone all the way down, but they've got protection there. That deep cover fielder done a good job. To just a single. Once again, drives slightly uppish this time, but it does bounce before the fielder. Another dot is added. Kale, he's been absolutely brilliant so far. Not giving away anything free. The big question is, will we see signs of spin after this over, as the batsman's beaten again on that occasion? There might be a little bit in the surface for the spinners. Looks to be a very dry one. So if there are spinners that toss it up, especially those leg spinners, might see a little bit of purchase for them. Slightly. Could see some turn on offer as well, as once again Kale bowls a beautiful delivery just around that 4th stump. Another dot ball. Houston Mavericks finished that 10th over, 52 for the loss of 2. Right then, straight after the drinks break, Houston Mavericks, at the end of 10 overs, they're 52 for the loss of 2. There's been another change into bowling attack as Thomas Fleming comes in to the attack. Another right-arm pacer. Still no signs of spin so far. Nice high action. Saw he drifting in right in that block hole there. Unable to get any runs away. Another dot to this batting scorecard as Angad Oberoi continues. 10 of 21 for him.
Thomas into the attack. First delivery, what we have noticed, a little bit of in swing right up in the block hole. Angad, he just needs to get a move on here because he's done the hard work so far. Another very good delivery right up in the block hole from the Fleming. 52 for 2. Both these batters, they have found it not easy to get going. Now he's batting outside the crease. Driven hard down the ground. Just needed a little bit of placement. 5 yards on the either side would have been a boundary. Shot straight boundaries. The JMR over.
Yeah, but good initiative, good intent from the batsman. I think Teja, the non-striker, just walked over to him to tell him to maybe come slightly down the track or stay deeper in his crease. Trying this thing, once again, Teja, that's a brilliant shot there. Flick down, slightly uppish. But they're trying to make that difference now. The intent is coming up. Trying to come down the track to Thomas because he's got that length spot on. He's bowling everything in that block hole so far.
So far, so good from him. He's kept the ball up. 2 runs of the over. And this is just about a great start from him. Certainly, there's a lot of pressure building on this tournament because you can see quite a few deliveries. 3 for Teja, 11 of 23. So basically batted over 7 overs. Uppish, straight down the ground and straight to the field. That's a little disappointment for them and not being able to pierce the gaps. Played some good shots. The placement is what it really matters.
Yeah, but they're trying to make amends now, these two batsmen, trying to build that partnership. They'll be looking to rotate strike as much as possible. Teja here, won't be surprised if he chooses to come down the track. That's what he does once again. Places it towards that gap, but the fielder does really well there. That's top fielding there by the extra ball fielder. A dot ball to finish as Thomas gives away just 3 runs. At the end of 11, it's Houston Mavericks 55 for the loss of 2. Finally, the first signs of spin in today's game. Shan Anwar comes into the attack. It's a leg spinner. Still have a very, very high action. So he will look to toss it up here as much as he can, especially with these two striking at 50 and 37 respectively. He should be looking to toss each delivery up and try and get the batsman to take the bait. There it is, tossed up. As Angad Oberoi places it down towards that long on fielder. There is protection for Shayan, choosing to bowl defensively instead of attacking straight away. First ball, decent delivery. See if there's any spin, any leg break on offer for him. There once again, tossed up, slightly down the leg side. This is, there's protection though, by the way. Fine leg fielder. Comes around really quickly to keep it to just a dot.
It was tough here. The line was just slightly off there from Shan, but he's keeping the ball up That's important on this track. It's a slow wicket. Nice action. Oh, that's nicely bowled. It looks to be a promising young talent to me.
Yeah, Shahan Anwar consistently tossing each delivery up. Knows what he's got to do here to these two batsmen. They've been out there for some time, but the runs haven't been free-flowing. To try and see if they take the bait and play one or two shots uppish. I'll give them the chance. Oh, there it is. Once again, Teja trying to come down the track and produce a shot. Unable to get underneath the ball. Another dot to Shan.
Good stuff here from Shan. Pressure is certainly building on these two. Just look to go right over his head. He has to play a big shot. Beaten again. Nicely punched off the back foot. A tidy over from Shan. It's an excellent start from the young leg spinner. 12 overs done here. Houston Mavericks just going a little slow here at the moment. 59 for 2 after 12.
Once a new change in the bowling attack. Wade comes into the attack. Thomas Fleming gave away just 3 runs. The captain choosing to make that change as Wade comes in. Another right arm pacer. It's only the single over of spin so far from Shahan Anwar. Will he keep things tight here? Teja on strike. Once again, oh, a little too wide outside off. Yeah, staying low once again here. It's been consistent with this pitch. But yes, another extra to the name of Wade. This is first run given by 60 for 2 now. Houston Mavericks should be looking to up that run rate slowly but steadily. Teja once again pitched up, driven through the ground, along the ground there. There is protection. Will it look to come back for that second? No, they won't. Non-striker says no. Just a single there to Teja's name. Decent start so far. This rate should be looking at least to get around 130, 140 if they can power through those last few overs as well. But they'll need a strong finish here. Houston Mavericks. Place it with a point fielder for another single. It's only been singles and dots so far.
Quite tidy stuff here from Melbourne Lions. Driven handsomely square of the wicket. And that's where I think Teja and Anwar, I'm sure they will learn a lot from this experience. Playing in these slow conditions here, it's about placement, and they've not been able to find the gaps. That's why the scoring rate hasn't really took off as yet. Game worked away. Singles at this stage of the game is absolutely fine for Melbourne Lions. They've stuck to those plans, bowling accordingly on this surface. 64 for 2 with, after this over, they've got 7 overs remaining with 8 wickets in hand. They need a push on here. Wide offside of stump, and that has gone through. That's a bit of a bonus. Good effort from the Fuse men at short third, pulls it in. Another bonus runs here. A couple of them, let's have a look at the replay. It was really wide and capped low as well. Difficult for wicket keeper. That's why he needs to make a little adjustment as well. Come up few paces. So 3 bonus runs here for Houston Mavericks. Shuffles across, takes it on the full, goes down the ground again, finds that long off fielder. Just be a single. 13 done, 68 for 2.
Once again, Cheyenne rewarded with that second over. Good leg spinner. Likes to toss it up. Might be getting slight purchase of this wicket. Really dry as Teja looks to stay leg side of the ball and place this. Can only manage to get it towards that point field for a single. The rotation has been consistent after a very slow start from these two batsmen, but they've been building steadily so far. I think they should be looking to take it deep and then finish it. Oh, first signs of aggression. Zangad hits it straight down the ground. The long on and long off fielder mixing up there. No one finally ends up going for that catch. Played really uppishly, but way too straight for either fielder to come around. That'll be just a single once again.
Yeah, good intent here and looking to go big. This time he goes through the leg side. Or power behind that shot. I think they may have got a message from the coaching staff to just get on with it. They desperately need few boundaries to break the shackles there. It's been a hard working, sort of grinding partnership. Worked away. Sean, so far he's bowled really well. At this age, he is showing very good control for a leg spinner version.
Yeah, for sure. Leg spinners are usually known to be the wicket takers in any side, but he's been top class, keeping everything very low for them. He's been spot on with his lines and lengths and not allowing the batsman to score freely. Only singles coming off his bowling so far, and he'll be happy with this. Finally, the batsmen are taking that charge, looking to attack, and that's when leg spinners strike. So he'll be happy with this so far. Final delivery. All singles so far in this over. Will something give way? Shan, final delivery. Oh, once again, that's brilliant stuff there. Angad Oberoi stepping down the track and making it a Yorker for himself. Unable to get that away, but at the end of 14, it's Houston Mavericks 73 for the loss of 2.
73 for 2 after 14 overs. It's a decent partnership, but they would like to improve the scoring rate here. 5.21 to be precise, the current run rate. 6 overs remaining. They need to go at least 9-10 runs per over from here onwards. A big finish will give them a round score of 140, which could be a fighting total on this slow track. Thomas Fleming continuing right up there in the block hole. He does like to bowl those foolish deliveries. You've seen some very good Yorkers from him. These conditions are so foreign for all these players. Houston Mavericks coming all the way from USA. Melbourne Lions. You see it bounce with Australian tracks. This is completely different down the leg side. Did that brush something on the way through? Not quite sure. Yeah, just brush something on the way through. It's got away with that delivery, just straying onto that middle leg stump. Now that both these batters have spent quite a bit of time at the crease, it's imperative that they don't get out. They got to cash in, because it won't be easy surface to start off for the new batter as well. Nicely played. Oh, a little fumble on the offside. Very interesting stage of the game. They need big finish. Another dot ball. That's not what they really need at this stage.
Yeah, Angad Oberoi. The intent is clear. He's been unfortunate to not get it past those fielders there once again. Coming down the track. Just getting it wrapped on his pads. A shout from Thomas Fleming. He would have been straying down the leg side. Another quick leg by taken there. Brings Teja back on strike. 17 of 36 so far for him. Will he look to take the attack to the bowlers now? All these bowlers have been so consistent. This one's very slow in the air. Just dropped short of the fielder there. Unfortunate again, once again for him. Thomas Fleming, slow delivery. Kept it up. Played uppishly. They've done good work to come back for that second run, Teja. It's been a quiet over still so far. Just 4 runs coming off of it, along with the leg by as well. It's been a slow but steady partnership so far. Teja once again runs down the track. Gets that inside edge towards the deep fine leg fielder for only a single. That brings us to the end of the 15th over. It's 78 for the loss of 2.
Was looking to shuffle across the crease there. Obviously the pressure is getting to both of these now. There's going to be a clear communication from someone. Just try and get on with it. I think now is the time both of these batters will have to take few risks, because only 4.5 overs remaining. That's a wide outside off stump. It's a very important stage for Melbourne Lions as well. They've done a tremendous job. First 15 overs and a bit. It's very important that you go into the break with momentum. They can restrict them around 110. They've got an opportunity now. Good use of the feet. Firmly played, but straight to the covers. That's been a problem. The placement is missing.
Yeah, really unfortunate for these two though. They've played some astonishing strokes. They look so lovely. Got such good technique as well. Just unable to get it past the fielder there. Teja once again tries to open the face of the bat, play it down towards the third man region. Ball just staying slightly lower once again and goes under his bat. Another dot. So Wade's bowled a very, very tidy over so far, giving away just that extra. A wide, way outside off, but once again for delivery. And once again Teja can only get it off the inside half of the bat towards that long on fielder for a single. Slow stuff. This from the Houston Mavericks. They'll have a big task on their hands. 4.2 overs remaining. They have their task cut out. See what happens. Oh, beautiful delivery once again by Wade. Right in the block hole. Angad can do absolutely nothing about that.
And a terrific over. Really, the pressure piling on these two. Wonderfully bowled. Nothing you can do about those Yorkers. Right up there, around that fifth stump. There'll be a wide, attempted slow delivery there. 81 for 2. How many can they get? And that's a big question. If they go around 10 runs per over, that will give them around 120, 125. We exactly don't know what is a good score on this surface. The first day of the tournament at this level. Played square of the wicket. A much needed boundary to break the shackles from Angad. There was width and he latched onto it. Just opened the face and picked up a boundary.
Yeah, throws his hands at it. Very wide delivery there from Wade on this occasion. And Angad Oberoi gets the bottom half of that bat all the way down to the boundary. And they'll be happy with that, Houston Mavericks. They finish at the end of 16, 85 for the loss of 2 wickets.
.85 for 2 after 16. Nicely played. Boundary of the last ball of the last over. They'll be hoping that's the start, the kick start of something special here from these two.
Yeah, the opening bowler Rehan back into the attack. Bowled a few tidy overs at the start, just giving away 9 runs of his first 2. He's got a different task at hand now, bowling these death overs. Oh, that's really well bowled, right in that block hole. Angad Oberoi just manages to just get it away there, but that's another dot ball to his name. The task is tough at hand. They're gonna have to score quick now. Just about less than 4 overs remaining. These two have to keep going. There's slight signs of intent as he can only get it off the outside edge. But he's gone. He is walking off. Seems to be Angad Oberoi right in that block hole, but he gets that inside edge onto the stumps. The ball trickles away and Rehan has that second wicket. Been bowling brilliantly so far. First 3 balls just giving away that 1 run and picking up that important wicket as Angad Oberoi has to walk back. 22 of 38 for him, and they lose their 3rd wicket. The score of 86. Right then, Rehan with that second wicket. In comes the new batter. Another beautiful delivery from him, keeping it outside of that fifth stump line, and batsman unable to get any bat on that whatsoever. .86 for 3 so far, the Houston Mavericks. Once again, just back of a length there, pushed away towards the offside. They come through for a quick single, and off the overthrow they go again. Once again, there it is. That's brilliant running there. Good initiative by Teja taken for that double.
Good stuff. Good running, good intent, and a timely breakthrough for Melbourne Lions as well. Both those batters were set in getting that wicket. Obviously, it does help to bring a new batter in. It could be a blessing in disguise for Houston Mavericks to get a new batter in. They need a breezy cameo from someone. That one capped low, right on the money there. Superb stuff. Attacking the stumps. That's the end of another over. 17 overs done.
Right then, is on the left arm pacer back into the attack. These two were absolutely top notch with the new ball in hand. Can they be as spectacular with the ball in these death overs? Really nice action. I love the way he's on his ball today. Got an angled run up as he steams in. Got a very, very high action as well. Just sorting out the field now. Next to be the standard long on, deep mid wicket, deep square leg, and a deep cover along with that long off fielder as well. So these kids, they know their basics, and they're sticking to their strengths as well. It's been a good show so far from both these sides. Yeah, just making sure the field's in the right place. Yeah, they'll be hoping for that big finish here. The Houston Mavericks side. Teja's been out there. He's a set batsman. 22 runs from 43 balls for him. But it's been a tough task for them. Yeah, the new batsman will be looking to put up a big cameo here with just 3 overs remaining. So we're trying to, just a few technical glitches once again. Trying to recover from all of them. Yeah. Right, then we're back. Everything is ready and set up for Izan to come in. Once again, Oh, there it is. Oh, that's driven on the up there. Will he make it past that mid-on fielder? No, he doesn't. Teja unable to get sufficient power away with these shots. Slightly just struggling just a little bit. But he is showing that intent. He's clear. He wants those runs. I think he should be looking to get around maybe 10 and over for these last three to push the Houston Mavericks towards that 110, 115 mark now.
Need a big finish. Oh, very good delivery. He's got a beautiful, smooth run up. Young Azan, left arm over, quite smooth the way he just approaches the crease. He's got a long run up as well, coming all from the side screen, really steaming in. 89 for 3. Foolish delivery and played away straight towards the covers. A quick single. Throughout this innings, they haven't been able to really break free. Can't recall a period of play where they just got on top of bowling. They've been steady, but in this form of the game, you would like a little bit of flourish. Change of pace there. Line wasn't great there onto that leg stump. And it's just gonna be a single. So again, it's great stuff. Leg buys, no boundaries. That's what Melbourne Lions will be hoping for a very tidy finish from their bowling point of view. On the other end, Houston Mavericks, they need that flurry to go into the break with some momentum. Struck straight down the ground again, no timing whatsoever. Was trying to hit the ball hard and toe-ended that one.
Yeah, unfortunate there from Aryan. He is looking to hit the ball hard, just unable to clear that mid-on fielder that's inside the ring. Yeah, just 3 runs given away so far in this over is on. Brilliant stuff from him. Bowling that 18th over as well, ever so important. There it is, Aryan. Manages to get it past that mid-on fielder. Will it come around? Oh, that was very well tried there. But the ball does go all the way down to the boundary. As Aryan picks up a brilliant throw, flicked all the way there. Really well timed, all along the ground. That deep mid-wicket fielder did well, but unfortunately couldn't keep that ball in play. That brings us to the end of the 18th over. Houston Mavericks 95 for the loss of 3. September to September, yeah. And Rehan rewarded with that final over of his spell, and that's beautifully driven by Teja. Will that fielder come around? Oh, there it is. Good sportsmanship from that fielder on that occasion, as he signals for by himself. Brilliant shot from Teja. Played it on the up. Played that beautifully there in that gap.
That was nicely timed, and that foot just went outside the ropes, and he knew it. That's a full toss. Lofted, but no real power behind that shot. That will bring 100 up for Houston Mavericks, winning the toss, batting first. Decent effort. Another 20 odd runs they'll be desperately hoping for. Played away on the offside for another single. There's a boundary, then a couple of singles. They need to convert this into a big one. 3 more deliveries remaining here. Tejai has been out there for right from the word go. 48 of 47. Would like to finish with few boundaries here. That's a slow delivery. That's in the air, and a simple chance taken in the covers. That's brilliantly bowled. Disguised slow delivery.
Yeah, really well done from Rehan. He's been the pick of the bowlers today. Picks up his 3rd wicket as well. Brilliant. No change in his action, but just that slow delivery as Teja just pokes at it outside off. No power behind that shot, so he can only hit it in the air towards that short extra cover fielder. He holds on to a very good catch. But Houston Mavericks lose their 4th wicket. And the score is 101. Rehan once again, beautiful delivery right in that block hole. Ayush, the new batsman, gets off the mark straight away. It's been brilliant so far from Rehan and the Melbourne Lions. They've kept things very, very tidy. Put on a show here with the ball. Let's see how much they can restrict the Houston Mavericks down to.
It's been a top effort from Rehan. 3 for 19. And it will stay at 3 for 19 in his 4 overs. An outstanding spell of bowling from the youngster. 19 overs done, 102 for 4. And 102 for 4. We are into the last over of the innings here. Match number 2 of World Junior League 2025. Nicely played, fine enough, and 4. What a way to start off the over. Beautifully played, he let it come and got the placement as well.
That was brilliant stuff there from Ayush. Only facing his 2nd delivery. Just opened that phase of the bat. Manages to get a good enough chunk to go racing down all the way to that 3rd man boundary. Cale Poulsen bowling his final over here. He's given away 9 from just 3.1 so far. He's been spot on since ball 1. Once again, Ayush placing it down towards that 3rd man fielder. But on this occasion, he can only get a single away.
Boundary in a single. Need few big hits. Only 4 deliveries. 4 legitimate deliveries remaining in the innings. So it will be very interesting to see whatever sort of total they get. And when they come out to defend, how the pitch plays. I think more or less the conditions will stay the same. Maybe it gets a little even slower as the game progresses. So you never quite know what is a good total. worked away on the onside for another single here.
Yeah, Arjun and Ayush put on some quick runs so far for the Houston Mavericks. They'll still feel like they've been reeling in slightly at 108 for 4. 3 deliveries remaining. Once again, Ayush coming down the track, adjusted really well to place it down towards that third man region. They come around to successfully complete 2 runs. He's played it smart so far. He's used that pace off Kale and really put on some quick runs here for the Houston Mavericks. 8 of 4 from him, striking at 200 so far. 2 balls remaining. Ayush on strike. There, comes down the track once again, tries to flick this, and there's a big fumble there from the mid-on fielder that allows them to come back for that second run. It's been a top effort so far. Ayush has really been the sort of spark that was required to complete this innings, to give them a bit of momentum going into that innings break. Final delivery coming up. Ayush charges down the track, tries to swing hard at it, but can only manage to get it as far as that long off fielder.
So after 20 overs, 113 for 4, Houston Mavericks winning the toss and batting first. But at the halfway stage, I would say the bowlers, the Melbourne Lions, they will be pretty satisfied with the work done in the field and with the ball. Some disciplined bowling in good areas. Good knock coming in from Teja and Angad, but time will tell whether this total is defendable or not. We will dive into a short break and we'll be back with the run chase of Melbourne Lions.
Hello and welcome back to the second innings of the World Junior League 2025 here. Got match 2 between Houston Mavericks and Melbourne Lions. It was a tough show with the bat today for the Houston Mavericks, as they only managed to put on 113 for a loss of 4 wickets. But this isn't an easy pitch to bat on. Ball is staying a little bit low. This looks to be a very, very dry wicket. It's not going to be easy for these batsmen to get going from the first delivery. It's important to note that all these young kids out there aren't familiar with these conditions, might not be as familiar with the weather as well. So they're new to these flat wickets that just tend to stay a little bit low. Apart from coming back from got the Melbourne Lions coming all the way from Australia. They should be used to those bouncy tracks and pacey deliveries. And the Houston Mavericks coming all the way down from the United States, where cricket is developing ever so quickly. It's a new thing, new experience for them, exposed to new conditions, new pitches. And here's ball 1 from Draven. Oh, good delivery, slightly quick there. This occasion, he looks to have good pace for a youngster, under 14 tournament worldwide. That looked to be of some really good pace there. First delivery, Ayan just pushed it towards the offside. Single, not taken. Here comes Draven. Second delivery. Oh, too wide on that occasion. We'll wait for the signal from the umpire, and yes, it is a wide. Yeah, it's getting slight away swing movement with the new ball. But he's got to stay consistent with it. It is tough. There is a heavy breeze blowing from one end to the other. Draven might find it a little bit more difficult to control that swing. From what we've seen so far, he's got a very, very smooth run up. Very good action as well. Oh, once again, just swinging away from him. This is pushed towards that cover point fielder. And another dot on offer. On shake. 2 deliveries, 2 dots. But he wouldn't take any pressure on himself today, not especially when they're chasing a slightly low target. Only 114 needed. So they'll be looking to rotate strike as much as possible. Oh, once again, Draven just straying down a little too wide. It's been a repeat of the first 2 deliveries then. A dot and a wide. Just got to stay consistent, Draven. It's got to be on the money. Can't afford to give extras when you're trying to defend such a low score. It's got to do better. Draven. Third legal delivery. Oh, once again, wow. That ball just seemed to zip in off the surface slightly. Ayan was left searching for that ball. Just managed to get an inside edge towards that square leg fielder inside the ring. And he gets off the mark. First round of the bat for Melbourne Lions. They've got 3 on the board already. Right then. Perfect time for Charlie Damiano to take strike here. Left-handed batsman. So Draven will have another tasker out here. Gonna have to control that swing. So gonna have to keep it. There he comes around the wicket. Oh, there it is, slightly straying down on the pads. I can only manage to get it towards that square leg fielder inside the ring. Good field placement overall. But this is really good stuff from Draven so far. He's kept it on the money. Got good control over his swing so far. See how he finishes. He has to finish well here. 2 deliveries remaining. Charlie on strike. Dravid once again. Oh, that's a top delivery there. Beautiful line and length that is. Finishing right above that 4th or 5th stump if there was one. That's where he needs to be. That's got to be his consistent line and length. Especially with those deliveries swinging into the left-hander. Final delivery. Dravid just giving away 3 runs so far. 2 of those runs coming from extras. Can he finish off well? Yeah, once again, there it is. Charlie tries to pierce that gap between that point and the backward point fielder. The fielders do well there. And that brings us to the end of that first over. Melbourne Lions 3 for no loss. Right then, Melbourne Lions opting for a different tactic here. Gone in with a different strategy. As the second over itself, a spinner is spot on. Advait here with the ball. It's an interesting one. We'll have to wait and see if this works out, as the Melbourne Lions will want it to. We didn't see signs of spin in that first innings from the Houston Mavericks until about the 9th or 10th over. Here's Advait. Nice tall action. Got a wonderful action, this Advait. Really tries to stay tall and deliver that ball from the highest possible position. It's really good. Does look like if he gets enough revs on the ball, he's bound to get some bounce. Once again, that's back of a length there. Can only be pushed towards that short extra cover fielder by Ayan. Been a brilliant start from Advait. Really nice to see. He's got a lovely action. Once again there. Oh, slightly just straying down onto the pads. He tries to run across and complete that very quick single. First runs off the spinner. Off that 3rd delivery. Yeah, with the Melbourne Lions won't be focused too much on trying to hit those boundaries. They can easily just rotate strike here. It's required run rate. It's just under 6 currently. They shouldn't let the dot ball pressure get to them, because once those dot balls start piling up, it becomes even more difficult to try and rotate strike and get those boundaries away towards the back end. Oh, once again to the left-hander, and he's guided that beautifully right in between that deep point fielder. That's a phenomenal shot from Charlie. It's a beautiful shot. Just waited on that hung back and just placed it ever so effortlessly between the point and the cover point fielder there. It's a brilliant start. Advait would have been looking forward to this matchup with the left-hander, but Charlie taking the initiative, showing great intent, get that first boundary off his bat. And then what's the response from Advait? Oh, slightly back of a length. There's the appeal for the caught behind. Nothing given. Much better line there. Looked to be pushed slightly quicker through the air from Advait. He's eager for this matchup here. Oh, this one. Really good delivery. Once again, tossed up. Ooh, just coming down the track, Charlie. Advait's been spot on there. Brilliant comeback for him after going for that boundary against the left-hander. He bowls back-to-back dots to finish off that over. As Melbourne Lions at the end of 2 overs are 8 for no loss. Draven rewarded with that second over. Once again, really pacing in, lovely. But that's an even better shot there from Ayan. Just look at the technique on that. Absolutely brilliant this from the batsman. Just waited on it, Draven. Opting to bowl those deliveries, probably a little too wide. But Ayan just waited on it and just leaned into that shot, showing the full faith of the bat. He drives that one. Yes, look at that shot once again. Now once again Draven outside off there. Batsman and the bowler looking at the umpire. No wide given, another dot ball. Third delivery once again, Draven opting to stay. Not even the 4th, 5th stump line, he's opting around the 6th and 7th stump line here. As once again Ayan just pushes it towards a deep cover fielder for a single. Been a decent start so far. Melbourne Lions keeping up with their required run rate. There's a look at that figure. Charlie Damiano standing easily 2-3 steps outside the crease, trying to maybe counter that swing as he comes in. Oh, that's pitched up. He yorked himself there, as he chose to stay outside the crease. There's a brilliant delivery from Draven. Absolutely spot on there. Right in that block hole, not allowing Charlie to get underneath the ball whatsoever. He's been really impressive so far. Really love his action, the way he's running in, the way his non-bowling arm comes down with such force. Oh, this is straight down, just as I was praising him. Gone down slightly wayward. That's been the issue so far for Draven. Been way too many extras from him. He already given away 6 runs in this over so far, and still 2 legitimate deliveries remaining. There, another change in that batting stance for Charlie. Opts to stay back deep in the crease this time. Oh, once again pitched up, and he drives this, flicks this really well. Really good work done there by the short mid-wicket fielder. Brilliant stuff there. Just a quick single taken. Melbourne Lions 15 so far at the stroke of the 3rd over. Ayan, Sheikh and Charlie putting on some vital runs here. They've been doing really well so far. Haven't looked to be troubled by any of the deliveries. There once again Draven. Unfortunate for him. Maybe the ball just doing a little too much under these windy conditions. This once again is drifted away past that wide line. Can't have too many complaints about that. That was a very clear wide, but Draven just has to come back and find that line that he does bowl so well. If he can finish around that 4th, 5th stump, it's brilliant stuff. There, that's much better. Oh, but there's a no ball signal by the umpire. Just as he's bowled arguably one of his best deliveries, the umpire has to ruin it completely by putting out his arm, as now there is a free hit on offer for Ayan Sheikh. See what he can do with this. Dravin steaming in once again. Once again that's bowled way outside off, but Ayan can only manage to get the bottom of the bat towards that extra cover fielder, and then they come through for another single. So at the end of 3, Melbourne Lions cruising with the required run rate just under 6 now. At the end of 3, they're 18 for no loss. Right then, second over for Advait. Once again, that's brilliantly tossed up once again. But Ayan Sheikh decides to hang back on the crease, and he's placed that brilliantly between, just past that short mid-wicket fielder. That's absolutely immaculate placement here. Advait once again tossed up slightly back of a length, and that's an absolutely brilliant shot. He's got that deep mid-wicket and that long on back on the fence. But Ayan Sheikh comes inside the line of the ball and plays it beautifully down. Another boundary to his name, striking at 100 now. Melbourne Lions 22 for no loss, 22 run partnership as well. Brilliant delivery once again. Advait comes forward and shows the full face of the bat. Beautiful defense there. Watched the ball, played it right under his eyes. Once again Advait just straying down the leg side. It gets wrapped on the pad, but no run taken. So 2 dot balls after that boundary. See if Advait can keep going, and he finishes off this over well. Once again tossed up round about the off stump this time, as Ayan Sheikh just drives it down the ground towards that long on fielder for another single. But this is the matchup that Advait will be pleased to have. It's got the left-hander Charlie on strike. Did get hit away for a boundary first delivery, but he came back strong with 2 top deliveries and only a dot managed on both of them. So let's see, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Tossed up on this occasion. Charlie Damiano pushes it down towards that mid-off, and they come through for that single. Excellent running there. This is really good stuff here from both these batsmen. Able to rotate strike very easily, and they're sticking with that run rate. All they need to do is try and keep it above 6, and they'll be cruising till the end as they look to take this game home. Once again, Ayan Sheikh on strike. Advait look to be the quicker delivery. That's gone down the leg side. The fielder's running around. They will stop the ball. Still a wide signal by the umpire, and those 2 runs taken. So freebies for the Melbourne Lions. They'll take you with both arms. They'll be happy with that. .27 for no loss now. Stroke of the 4th over. These two have put on some brilliant runs. Once again Advait finish off his second over. Tries to place down the ground. Can only place it back towards the bowler. That brings us to the end of his second over. And at the end of 4 overs, Melbourne Lions are 27 for no loss. Right then, a change in the bowling attack as Narain comes into the attack. Charlie Damian on the stylish left-handed batsman. He's making it look easy out there. Currently 6 of just 9 deliveries. But he has immaculate technique on show. He's been one. He's looked to take the attack to the bowler so far. Doesn't shy away from playing his shots. Once again, trying to open that face and place it down towards that point region. But it just gets under the bat there. It's been the nature of this pitch so far. Balls consistently been staying low. Been slightly difficult for the batsman to try and get under the ball and get those singles and doubles, maybe even those boundaries away easily. Once again, Charlie stylishly played uppishly on the up. They come back. They're looking to come back for that second. They opt against it on this occasion. He does manage to get that single and get off that mark. And just 87 runs required in 95 balls. With all 10 wickets in hand, the Melbourne Lions will be very, very happy with this start as well. Narain Sriram to Ayan Sheikh once again. Ayan trying to guide this on the onside. He can only manage to find that short mid-wicket fielder. No runs on offer. Another dot to his name. Narain, 2 dots in those first 3 deliveries. He's been on the mark, consistently hitting that 4th, 5th stump line. Still a task as Ayan Sheikh has been striking the ball well. Oh, this is pitched up. On this occasion, he drives it down the ground powerfully. A slight fumble by the mid-off fielder allows them to come through for that single. So 2 runs so far. It's Charlie here. Looks like a very experienced candidate out there. Even though he's a youngster, opting to change his guard and trying all sorts of different things to counter these bowlers. Really well done. So smartly done there from Charlie once again. I think he had to take that middle stump guard on this occasion and allowed himself to get inside the line of the ball and place it into the leg side. That's brilliantly done. Showing off all his cricket smarts here. He's managed to get another single and rotate strike easily. Ayan Sheikh once again. Second delivery. He's facing off Narain Sriram as he slaps this across the face along the ground, and that's gone all the way for another boundary. This is brilliant ball striking from him. Tall, lanky batsman. And all he has to do is get on top of the ball and just hit it hard into the ground. That's a brilliant shot there. All he had to do was find that gap, and on this very smooth outfield, it was always racing away towards the boundary. That brings us to the end of those first 5 overs, and Melbourne Lions at 35 for no loss. Right then, another change in the bowling attack as Angad Oberoi, the number 3 batsman for Houston Mavericks, comes into the attack. Tall, right arm, medium pacer. Will like this matchup against a left-hander as well, as he does find that angle to take it away from him. Let's see if Charlie Damiano can come up with another smart adjustment to try and take on the bowler. Here he is once again, Angad Oberoi. Oh, there, just trying to come down the track as he pushes through and runs along for a very quick single. This is very good batting here from Charlie. He knows his cricket. He knows exactly what he's doing out there, rotating the strike ever so easily. Doing a brilliant job. Only the 2 overs of spin there from Advait Patel, but it's been all pace so far. Once again, Ayan Sheikh been striking the ball so effortlessly, especially those drives. He hits straight into the ground so powerfully, stays on top of the ball. Just hits it straight into the ground. Once again, there it is. Staying tall, staying on top of the ball, hitting it down. The point fielder, they run through for another quick single. It's brilliant stuff. Good backing up as well there by the mid-on fielder. That's good. Melbourne Lions know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they need to do. Keeping that required run rate in check by constantly rotating strike and not allowing that pressure to build. Doing a really good job so far. Once again, Angad Oberoi to Charlie. Once again, just tucks it in towards that leg side and gets off that mark. The brilliant batting from these two. Look like two experienced cricketers. Seem to have played lots and lots of cricket. Maybe they've been watching a lot of international cricket as well. That teaches you quite a lot about the sport. Once again, Ayan Sheikh on strike. Angad Oberoi, 5th delivery. Oh, that's driven. Coming back, coming through for another quick single there. Push towards that mid-off fielder. They've been brilliant between the wickets, these two. Got the chemistry. Both just trust each other's calls. They go through for anything. Even if there's a slight hint of doubt, they back the other batsman's call. They've done it so well so far. You'll be really happy with this Melbourne Lions. Currently cruising 38 for no loss as the final delivery of the power play comes up. Oh, once again Charlie tries to play it towards the leg side, but it just gets the outside half of the bat. Can only manage to get it away to the short extra cover fielder. And there's another dot ball. So only 4 runs coming off that final over. And Melbourne Lions at the end of 6 at 38 for no loss.
That's the signal from the umpire. Conclusion of 6 overs. Solid start here for Melbourne Lions. 38 for none. Good stuff from Charlie and Aaron. Sticking up a good partnership at the top of the order. Chasing a modest total. They need further 76 at 5.43 runs per over to be precise. It should not be a problem on this lowest track. And they have provided a solid start here. Oh, good delivery, pitched up and looking for that quick single, not there. They've got to be careful in running between the wickets here. Yeah, it's a very good start from the openers. Defending that sort of total, you always require wickets. And so far, Houston Mavericks, a wicketless, will be looking to pick a few wickets 2 quick wickets here. Could change this game up here. Nice drive. That's a beautiful shot. Have a look at the timing on it. That is absolutely exquisite from Ayan. Onto that front foot, beautifully played. He leant on it. That was a classic case of not trying to overhit the ball. Just about perfect. Lovely stride. Weight going into the shot. Leans forward and all the way for 4. That's a quality shot. That sort of drive, you can watch it again and again. Absolutely brilliant. Nicely played again. That will be another boundary. So back-to-back boundaries here from Ayan. That's great stuff. He's going at a very good pace. Easy pickings onto the pads. Nice juicy half volley, full toss, clipped away fine for 4. That's excellent batting. So clearly the pressure is back on the bowler here. Nicely played. That's intelligent batting. 2 boundaries, then a single. So 9 of the over. That's quality stuff. Melbourne Lions cruising at the moment, 47 for none. It's been a great performance. Very professional in the way they've gone about things here. Early on with the ball and now with the bat, these two have shown great promise. Nice flowing drive again from Charlie. Left hand, right hand combination at the top of the order. It's always nice if you can manage to have a left hand, right hand combination. It really puts the bowlers off. .48 for none. Last ball of the 7th. Full toss. Driven hard but straight to long off on that occasion. 49 for none after 7. .49 for none after 7 overs. A solid start here from the openers, and they're really looking to take this game away from Houston. Mavericks early on winning the toss and batting first, but only managed 113 for 4 in 20 overs. Firm shot down the ground, straight to long on for a single. They can afford to take their time now. 50 up here for Melbourne Lions. Wonderful partnership, particularly Ayan. He's looked flawless, 31 of 27. Charlie, he's played second fiddle, left-hander. Promising young players. And it's great platform to have these kind of youngsters, the talent coming from all over the world, here in the Gulf, here in Sharjah, UAE. Whipped away. That's brilliant batting improvisation here. Going across the crease and playing that paddle sweep. That takes a lot of skill. Have a look at that. That's superb batting. Wow. This young player, Charlie, he really is impressive. It's great to see, and all the credit goes to the legend himself, the living legend, Adil Rashid, 2019 World Cup winner. He's been a great ambassador for the game. From the world, top-class leg spinner. And for him to come up with this kind of initiative at the junior level, that goes to show his love for the game and promoting the game at an early age, giving these youngsters the exposure, which is just a phenomenal thing. Nicely played again. Straight away towards point for a single. And these two seem to have very good understanding in this partnership. Lovely stuff. Punched hard through the offside. Oh, brilliant fielding. That's very good stuff. Some desperation, exactly what is required. They need a moment of inspiration from somewhere. That was struck very hard on the up, and he had to hurry. Lovely technique as well. Sliding, picking that one up. Saved 2 runs for his side there. The dot ball to finish here. 8 overs gone, 57 without loss. Eight overs, 57 for none. Melbourne Lions, rollicking start here from the 2 openers, Charlie and Ayan, showing class, composure and temperament and technique as well on this slow surface. Shiv into the attack for the first time, bowling to Charlie. Number 25 at his back. Played away square of the wicket. A dot ball to start off. They can afford to take time. There's absolutely no need to really get sucked into playing a risky stroke. Lovely shot again. He seems to have all the shots in his repertoire. Little fumble, and they scamper through for that opportunity of an overthrow. Now there's a couple of runs here. Very alive to the situation, these two. Scoreboard moving along nicely for Melbourne Lions. Nicely bowled, nicely tossed up. On a slow wicket like this, you can afford to get a bit fuller in your length as well. Oh, this time he gets beaten. Perhaps a little too close to cut. He can afford to play it back with the full face of the bat of the back foot through the offside. He's done all the hard work here, Charlie. 18 of 24. He can afford to take his time and get the job done. Good use of the feet. Excellent batting. I like that approach. Such a young age to be able to have these skills. I'm sure these players will go a long way, and Charlie along with Ayan looked very impressive and a lot maturer as well, mature than their age. Exactly. Superb stuff. Last ball of the ninth, 60 for none. Pulls nicely. Has he found the gap? Yes, he has. That's 4. Lovely footwork from Ayan. Pressing onto that front foot and then rocking back quickly. Have a look at the technique. Yes, forward, then quickly shifts his weight on the back foot and places it to perfection. 9 overs gone, 64 for none. $64 for none after 9 overs. Quite a brilliant start for Melbourne Lions. They need further 54.5 runs per over required, which should not be a problem at all. Looking to play that paddle sweep around the corner. White ball to start off from Tej. Another wide, so not the best of the starts here from Tej. He's got to get his direction spot on here. Not many runs to play with. You can only hope for a big breakthrough. Then need wickets in clumps. 2-3 quick wickets could just create a bit of panic. But at the junior level cricket, you never quite know. There's a shout, but it was well in. At this level, in junior cricket, the pressure can get to you if you lose a couple of quick wickets. Quickly off there, straight away to mid wicket, and he gets it back in time. Nicely bowled. That's the more the length here and more the line required. Short ball, thumped away on the offside, straight to the sweeper, and will just be a single. Excellent going here from these two. Good understanding in running between the wickets as well. I love the way they pace their innings. They're able to keep the scoreboard moving, which is something Houston Mavericks batters couldn't do in the first half, in the first innings. Kane plays that back cut, a quick single as well. "45 more required." That equation is not a problem. It's all about being there, keep working the ball into the gaps. That's the first day of the tournament, World Junior League 2025. Tossed up, played away towards mid-wicket. A lot of territory to cover for the mid-on fielder, who does really well, but still they're able to get through for a couple. Last ball of the 10th over, 71 for none. Worked away on the onside. Clever batting. They're doing it with utmost ease. So after 10 overs, 72 for none, as players will take drinks. Welcome back after the drinks break. 72 for none after 10 overs. Melbourne Lions cruising towards victory. The second game of World Junior League 2025. It's been a great initiative by the legend himself, Adil Rashid. England Yorkshire legend, World Cup winner. And he knows the importance of promoting cricket at the junior level. And it's a great learning curve and exposure for these youngsters from all over the world to come and experience these conditions. And this man, Ayan, he's looked really impressive. That was a wonderful shot. Just look at the technique again. Great camera work as well. Shot and hammered through the offside. Wonderful partnership. Ayan and Charlie from Melbourne Lions. Now he goes off the front foot all the way. What a great strike. 4 and then followed by a 6. There is a strong breeze as well. And he hit with the breeze. Short boundaries down the ground. That one just went all the way with utmost ease for a 6. Terrific strike. That goes to show the talent of Ayan as well. That brings up his half century of just 36 deliveries. A magnificent half century. And we look forward to see him make a lot of runs in this competition. Only is the first game for him. Again drops it short. He goes aerial. Chance for the man. And I think it's put down here. Well. He had to come a few yards towards his left. Let's look at one more time. It was short. And it was two end of the bat. And he wasn't in great position there. It puts him down. A tough chance going down. Houston Mavericks. They need to hold on to those chances and delay the inevitable here. You might well go down, but you want to go down fighting and fighting hard. Firmly played down the ground. That's powerfully struck. Charlie, the left-hander, he's played his part. Number 25 had his back. A future star in the making. It's great to see these budding cricketers. Such a young age. All of them are under 14 years of age. And can you imagine? The coaches, the parents, they deserve a lot of credit for really working hard with these youngsters. I love the way. This is outstanding batting. Even that single, it delights my heart being a purist. Yes, it's a T20 game, but those singles, those rotations of strike is brilliant. 86 for none after 11. "86 for none after 11 overs is a rollicking start. It's a great batting performance by Melbourne Lions after their solid work with the ball in the field. They look flawless with the bat, these two. Going at a very good pace as well. That's the key here. They would love to go all the way, win by 10 wickets. That's going to be a massive confident booster in the first game of the tournament. if you can manage to overhaul the total in that sort of manner, it really speaks volumes of your strength. Again, square of the wicket, quickly off the blocks as well. Excellent running, superb batting. Very, very impressive, these two. And 53 of 38. Charlie, he's played his part. 24 of 30. Just about perfect opening combination, left and right. There was a direct hit, but he was well home. Worked away on the onside pass, mid-wicket. Deep mid-wicket does well. A tumbling effort, and he stops that one. Just 25 more required, which should be just a walk in the park for these two and the rest of the order if they get an opportunity to bat. Firmly played, brilliantly done. Excellent timing and all the way for 6. He looks to me in a hurry to finish this one off. Terrific stuff. Lovely timing. Great shot. Just amazing timing as well. Onto that front foot. Nicely played. Straight to the covers. And they're so quick in running between the wickets as well. Not really trying to overhit the ball. It's just about timing, getting into solid positions. .96 for none. This is nice mix of caution and aggression from these two. Again, picking up a quick single, and there is a fumble which allowed them to scamper back for the second. Wonderful conditions. It was a hot afternoon when we began, but as the evening is progressing, it's becoming a lot more pleasant. Quite a strong breeze blowing. That one just capped a little low. That'll be the end of 12th over. 98 without loss. 16 to get. Last 8 overs remaining. .98 for none after 12. Just 16 required for Melbourne Lions. It's a clinical performance in all aspects of the game. Firmly played down the ground. I was traveling. He does hit the ball hard, and anything pitched up to him, he's looked to really hit the ball cleanly. And so far, he has done a wonderful job. Nice away on the offside. And that is a very, very special single. Why do I say that? Because it brings up a century opening stand for these budding young cricketers at this level. That's a tremendous effort from Ayan and Charlie. 100 up without loss, chasing a modest 114. That's a top effort, and an effort which will give them a lot of confidence going forward in this tournament. Oh, good delivery. That one just swung in the air ever so slightly. Sharp inward movement. That was full and threatening to hit the pads. Perhaps he could get his line slightly towards that off stump. Now it's just a matter of time before they wrap up things here. Melbourne Lions. Plenty of more action to come as well. Clever. This is excellent batting. The thing I love about Charlie, he waits for the ball, he plays it late. On a slow wicket, he's not getting himself stuck onto that front foot. He's waiting and then playing square of the wicket. Very risky. Coming all the way from Australia. This is a special skill. He's most subcontinental. Over the years, we have seen some great wristy players from subcontinent, and the first name comes to my mind, Mohammad Azharuddin, VVS Lakshman. Oh, those guys were special. Not to forget Saeed Anwar as well, from Pakistan. Very wristy, but I'm sure most of these kids weren't born even at that time. But this is a special trait to have, and this heat as well. Coming from different conditions, it was quite hot in the afternoon. Fielded for 20 odd overs, and then to have that application with the bat. Watching it closely. Dot ball to finish. 13 gone. 103 for none.
Angad Oberoi, first third over. 14th over of the innings, and Ayan Sheikh once again drives into that, leans into that shot, and he drives it so powerfully all along the carpet for another boundary. He's been in top form today, 69 of 45 for him. So far, he's played a vital knock in this batting lineup. These two putting on some important runs, gonna boost that confidence for the upcoming games in this tournament as well. They've been absolutely brilliant. The chemistry between them, the running between the wickets, taking those quick singles so easily. Oh, once again digged into the pitch. Ayan Sheikh pulls this one over the short mid-wicket fielder, just gets away with that single. just one big shot away from finishing this game off. Charlie Damiano played the anchor role so far, 28 of 35 for him. But even then, he's made it look so effortless. Every single, every double, every boundary that he's hit. Oh, there he is. Comes inside the line and ramps this all the way. That's an absolutely brilliant shot. That's from Charlie Damiano. Just watch this. You could watch this on repeat the entire day today. Wow. Comes inside the line. No fine leg fielder in place. A bit Surya Kumar-esque, if I could say so. That's a brilliant shot, this. Oh, he's one of those players to watch out for the future, I tell you. So classy. Got those bits and pieces of innovation as well. Once again, comes inside the line. Oh, just taking the top edge. Is the fielder going to come around? No, it just bounces in front of him. So they take that single. That's 10 runs off the over so far. That brings us scores level in match number 2 of the World Junior League 2025. Melbourne Lions 113 for no loss so far. Just 1 run required. It's been an absolutely one-sided affair. Zion Sheikh will look to put the winning runs on board. But it doesn't matter because Angad Oberoi bowls a wide down the leg side. And that's gone all the way down to the boundary as well. 5 extras added to that scoreboard as Melbourne Lions chased this down with ease. 118 for no loss. An absolutely brilliant opening run stand between these two. Charlie Damiano and Zion Sheikh putting on those big runs. Beautiful stuff this. Absolutely conquered the Houston Mavericks here. Been an absolute statement this from the Melbourne Lions. It's not easy to come to foreign conditions and perform so convincingly, but that's exactly what they've done. They win by 10 wickets here with more than 6 overs remaining. This is an absolutely splendid job. Did a really good job with the ball in hand first, restricting the Houston Mavericks to only 113 in their allotted 20 overs. Accumulated tons and tons of dot balls that just built the pressure. And that innings got nowhere. Houston Mavericks only 113. And then that opening run stand between Charlie Damiano and Zion Sheikh, putting on 118 for the first wicket. Could have gone on to break a few records as well in the age group cricket here in the UAE. They were halted by that low score of 113, but they've chased it down with such ease and win by 10 wickets here. Right then, we'll take a short break and come back to you soon with the post-match presentation.
comprehensively by 10 wickets to start off their campaign with a bang. And now I would like to invite the captain of Melbourne Lions, James Damiano, to please step forward and have a few words with us. James, congratulations. A thumping victory. What a start to the tournament. What are your thoughts on the first game?
I thought we bowled pretty well at the top. Even though we didn't win the toss, I thought it was a pretty good decision to bowl first anyway. So our openers bowled really well, and then first change, second change, and then so on, and they bowled well. And then onto the batting, yeah, it was an excellent display. Pretty dominant from the openers, especially from AR, who scored about 60 odd, and then Charlie scored 40. Good to do a nut down, especially only after about 13 overs, which is good.
Well, you're playing your first game of this tournament, so what are the key areas you had focused already before you came in?
Probably just to get the tournament started off with a win, as just build like confidence into the tournament, and then with the skill mindset, just hitting your line and length, and just trying to be as consistent as you can and be confident. Yeah.
James, you're absolutely phenomenal. Best of luck for the future games, and congratulations once again for the opening winner.
Thank you.
That was James Damiano with his leadership qualities and was absolutely brilliant in the opening game. Now, I would like to invite the co-owner, Hamza Khan, to hand over the player of the match, and the player of the match goes to, I think we don't have any surprises here. It has to go to Ayan Sheikh from Melbourne Lions, 70 runs in just 46 deliveries, and he struck 8 fours alongside 2 huge maximums. Shows the resilience and how well the youngster he's played in the opening game. Well deservedly, he is the player of the match. Brilliant batting performance. Ayan, if you could please step forward. Congratulations, the opening game. What was going through your mind when you came in?
I thought just it was a pretty flat wicket, so I thought just try and make the most of it, get off to a good start, and yeah, we did that really well. My partner Charlie complemented really well, which helped build that partnership and get us out of 10.
Well, tell us more about the wicket, because here in Ajman the wicket tends to keep slightly low, but the way you were batting, it just looked like there was more demons in the wicket.
Yeah. Towards the start, it did move a bit with the wind, but then I think the longer I batted, the more I got used to it. Obviously in Australia it bounces a bit more, but here it stays a bit lower, so it took a bit in the power play to get used to it, but after I got used to it, it got a lot.
One final question, who do you want to dedicate this player of the match to?
Probably my dad did a lot of training sessions.
Absolutely fantastic, Ayan. Keep up the good work and best luck for the next 7 games.
Thank you.
That was Ayan Sheikh for his magnificent batting performance. We are done and dusted for match number 2, but stay tuned as we've got another exciting couple of games lined up. Until then, stay tuned.